So let's look at functions now. So we've got two functions here, f of x equals x squared plus 7, g of x equals 5x minus 3. So f of 3, so 3 squared plus 7, 9 plus 7 equals 16. That's simple enough. So but then if we go the other way around, if f of x equals 32, well, f of x is x squared plus 7, which equals 32. Subtract the 7, x squared equals 25, which means x is plus or minus 5, because minus 5 squared is 25 as well. Okay, so let's look at two interesting ones here, g of f of x and f of g of x. So if we start with, which one shall we start with? Let's start with g of f of x, which means we do work from the inside out. So we do f is x squared plus 7, and then g of that, so times that all by 5, then subtract the 3. So we get 5x squared plus 5 times 7 is 35 minus 3, so it makes plus 32. Okay, and then if we do it the other way around, so if we do g of x first, we get 5x minus minus 3. Then if we do f of that, so square all of that, all of it, plus 7. Okay, and then so we go through it, 5x squared, all squared is 25x squared, 5 times minus 3 minus 15. We need to double it to minus 30x. 3 squared is 9, plus 7 is 16. And it's quite clear that they are not the same. It's not the same, which means you need to be careful in your exam, because there are differences. Now, let's look at, if we want to find the inverse function here, so we've got g to the minus 1, the inverse of g, we need to work backwards. So if we set y equals to g of x, you can do it either way around here, it doesn't matter which one's y, which one's x. And we want to rearrange for x as a subject, so add the 3, 5x, and then divide by 5, so y plus 3 divided by 5 equals x, which means that the inverse function is x plus 3, which we want everything in terms of x here, over 5. Okay, now if we pick a more challenging one, let's go with f, for example. So if you remember, f is x squared minus, what is it, 7, plus 7. Then if we go through that, y plus 7 equals x, minus 7 equals x squared. So then the square root of that, so plus or minus y minus 7 equals x, which means that the inverse function is plus or minus root x minus 7. And let's just check that one right. So if we remember right at the start, that one of the first thing we did was figuring out if f of x equals 32, then we know that x is plus or minus 5. So let's check that it works. So 32 minus 7 equals 25. This is the plus or positive or negative square root of that, which means it's plus or minus 5, which is what we had.